Hello, relatives. It's good to be here. Come here to do the invocation. The first part and the first and foremost part we must always do as relatives is always recognize the relatives, the lands that we're on. It's always about the land recognition. So, first and foremost, we must humbly ask for forgiveness of our ancestors of these lands and the nations that reside in these lands. We're guests here in these lands of these native nations, and we must pay our respect to them also. And it's an honor to be here to speak before at this event. So I'm going to be talking in between Lakota and in English. So, how mitakiapi apetukile michante eta woglake naha nape chiuzaplo. Wichak bikasapa imachiapi. Na mila hanska ea Lews Grassrope hemacha. Shichangu Lakota eta Lukui chasho oyate himacha na pejuwa kantioshpe. Said, hi, my relatives. I come today to speak from my heart and offer my hand. Wise Star is my Lakota name, and my name is Lews Grassrope from the Lower Brule Band of Sioux Nation of Indians. I'm a current Lower Brule Sioux Tribal Council member and a Black Hill Sioux Nation Treaty Council delegate from the Lower Brule Band of Sioux Nation of Indians, and a grassroots leader and organizer on current issues within our Lakota, Dakota, and Nakota nations. We are gathered here today on this Indigenous Peoples Day within Turtle Island to remember our native ancestors and the descendants within their ancestral lands that we call the United States of America. For us native descendants, it's been our acknowledgement of our kinship to our ancestral teachings, of our native origins, to these lands and the protections that were promised through our treaties. This day is in recognition of those native ancestors who showed their warrior spirit to maintain our beliefs and our value systems left for us as a guidance to protect Mother Earth. The blueprints they left for us native descendants is to continue to walk in our natural ways of life and bring balance to a world that is divided in many ways. We're in a time of hardships, and it's up to the people of this world to come together and find better pathways for our future generations. As we pray silently and in our own way or openly is for peace for all creations to live as one amongst these lands and world. Our ancestors endured a traumatic history that needs to be heard from the voices of their descendants that we still feel today. They also showed us through their journeys a way of life that is from the origins within our native core values and beliefs to keep going for the greater vision of our native generations to come. Through that vision, we will find a way to mend the sacred hoop of all Indigenous peoples in unity for all creation. We must practice our kinship practices to restore roles as allies with all Indigenous peoples of this world. If we want descendants, then we must become ancestors for the next 7 generations of people of these lands and world. We must never forget the first breath of life given to us was from Mother Earth, and we must give back in protection of our one Mother Earth. With that, I shared that with you, relatives, in the best way, but I also must share for us when it comes to leadership, how we view it. When it comes to the right wing, the left wing, they're always fighting, but how is the bird? It belongs to one bird. And that's always the best part of how we view leadership through our Indigenous people. It belongs to the one bird, so if the right wing and the left wing are fighting, then how are we to become, a strong, beautiful nation that we are? So right now I'll kind of say that, and I'll want to say a prayer for all the relatives. Oh, Takanshla, Wichak Bikasapa Achichiapalo. We come to you humble Unshika way, Takanshla, to pray for all creation and all the relatives, and especially all the ones that are in the suffering. All the ones that are going through the hardship and the less fortunate. But we all must put them before us and really pray for them, especially those who are Kuja, and those that are battling the sicknesses within their minds and within their health. So we ask for Wichozani and Woksape, especially the respect and honor needed in the humility, but also the perseverance and fortitude to keep standing as one for this nation, for all nations to survive, come together in one way to Kanshla. And I say that in a good way to Kanshla, that you keep watch over all these relatives, especially their families and the ones that have traveled here, that they have safe travels home, especially to the people that have spoken here and the ones that are speaking. It's the voice of the people that should be the one that we're echoing. It belongs to them. So I say, Wopila ho, mitaki ase. Thank you.